All right, a special segment here on the Weather Network Active Weather Coverage. We've got Connor O'Donovan joining us in the program. And of course, you're usually based out of Calgary. Today, no exception. You know, last full day of spring, you are appropriately attired in the shorts there. Connor, let's talk about, first of all, if you could describe the spring up till now in Calgary, how would you do that?
Pretty pleasant so far, as you mentioned. The shorts on this morning. It's already a beautiful day here in Calgary. It's been a bit warmer than normal, a bit drier than normal, which of course has caused some issues maybe for some plants and gardens out there. But overall, there's been a lot of shorts on Calgary streets so far this spring. A lot of people out enjoying the beautiful parks like Baker Park here along Bowness River here in Calgary so far. And I think Calgarians are hoping for more of the same. This weekend at least, though, they might not get that.
No, it's funny you say that. We're ending spring out very summer-like, but we're going to be starting summer off anything but summery. But first of all, another day, another risk across the prairies of thunderstorms. They haven't necessarily hit the same areas day after day, but Connor, have you seen many of these in your travels?
You know what? Yesterday we saw a lot of big clouds pass through Calgary. We might have heard, depending on where you are, a few rolls of thunder hitting the city. And you know, earlier this week we had some decent storms roll through in the evening. But Calgary itself has largely been spared from the brunt of a lot of these storms. But I know the storm chasing community has been pretty active here on the prairies this week, chasing all around the province. Yesterday, a lot of people were out near Bassano. A big supercell is developing around there in the afternoon. So as you mentioned, it's been a very, very stormy week, and I know we have the risk as well this week, maybe a little more east of Alberta than what we've seen so far, but definitely still a good time to stay attention and stay tuned to the Weather Network for all of our alerts, because yeah, another day of stormy weather ahead.
All right, now, Connor, let's talk about our main story here. You know, Calgary may get more rain this weekend than the city has seen in the last 3 months. And it may not just be rain. There could be some snow in the mountains as well. So when we're talking about 100+ millimeters of rain, especially towards the foothills, there will be the risk of flooding. Now, Connor, we know that it was on this day, really, 2013 was the beginning of a disastrous situation. We're not expecting this to be a repeat of that, but do you think this could be hearkening back any bad memories?
You know what? I think so, because as you mentioned, a lot of rain expected this weekend, and the majority of that, you know, is supposed to fall Saturday. And Saturday also happens to be what we call Neighbors Day here in Calgary. And this started after those 2013 floods. The third Saturday of every June is a way to sort of celebrate that community spirit when people came together to help each other out during those floods in 2013. And it's really a day of celebration now, just to celebrate community spirit in general. There's block parties and barbecues and picnics all over the city. But, you know, a lot of the folks who may have been affected by those floods in 2013 are probably going to be remembering those days with all that rain falling. So, you know, maybe take care to offer some sympathy to your friends if you know they were affected by those floods back in 2013. And of course, if you do have plans to attend one of these events this weekend, make sure that you bring your umbrella, or, you know, check in with the organizers. You can find a list of events on the City of Calgary's website to see if there's any accommodations being made for extra shelter, or if events are canceled, being moved inside, that kind of thing. But even the rain, I don't think it's going to stop that community spirit in Calgary, because it didn't back in 2013.
No, and you know, this time the rain is actually really needed, but Connor, you will not be wearing shorts this weekend. Temperatures in Calgary, 10 degrees on Saturday, 12 on Sunday. This would otherwise be described as a miserable weekend, but the fact is we need the rain, so it's almost beautiful in an ugly kind of way.